their own games. They've made like their own abridged series. I mean, everybody all the way around the world who loves this series has kept this series alive because we loved it so much. Well, we do love it so much, and and again, not just that. There was also like the references from like other shows that was referencing Dragon Ball Z, like Gumball. I mean, Gumball turns into a Super Saiyan. Go look it up. And and Dragon Ball has gone across like generations of fans, like the Zoomers, no, sorry, the Boomers, the Millennials, the Zoomers, and other generations, and we all loved it. So you know what? That's actually a really beautiful thing, that this series has brought together like different different generations to both genders, and everybody from all the world, from every creed, race, country, and so all that stuff. It has brought everybody all the way around the world together to enjoy something so cool as Dragon Ball, and that is a beautiful thing. I mean, white, black, Asian, Latino, or whatever your like religion is, or what creed you're from, or whatever. I mean, if you guys really think about it, this series has brought so many people together. If you think about it, I mean, imagine that. I mean, like how like how the world, as it's like ups and downs with like problems with like different people and stuff. I don't want to bring politics into this or anything like that, but there has, I mean, people from all the way around the world, doesn't seem to go along. But with Dragon Ball has brought so many creeds and races and religions together because because we love the series, and that is something so beautiful. And yeah, obviously there's like other series that has done that, but I think Dragon Ball Z has done it. I think Dragon Ball Z has like done it bigger. I mean, yeah, there's obviously like other shows that has done it, but I think Dragon Ball Z um also done it uh, done that too. Um, I mean to me as a Dragon Ball fan, yeah, this series has brought a lot of people together, and I can see it, and I've seen it all the way across the internet, from different races, different religions, different creeds, countries, etc., etc., etc. And you guys know, I've already said that. And I mean, the only things that we ever argue about amongst ourselves is that like who would win in a fight between Goku versus Superman, or Boo versus Kirby, and like an arguing like how powerful Goku is. Like, oh no, he's this powerful, is this powerful, and that is something that we can all cherish. It is the fact that this piece of media has brought people together. I mean, yeah, again, don't get me wrong. I mean, there's like anime has done that. I mean, people who come from different creeds and races and all stuff like likes to talk about like anime and all that stuff. But again, Dragon Ball Z has done that too. And I've seen from all over the world that everybody was in mourning. The fans of the series was mourning. I mean, it was on the BBC. I mean, it was on the BBC. The channel news thingy, BBC. They was talking about Akira Toriyama. It was, I think it was an SMBC. I think it was. Uh, Excuse me. And it was just so amazing for like the BBC and amongst other TV news channels, just to talk about the death of Akira Toriyama. Even they even they it knows that he was somebody special. And not forget we also had that there was also that Thanksgiving parade thing where Goku was in his Super Saiyan blue form, and his bloom was like being carried at that Thanksgiving parade. I mean, how freaking awesome is that? I mean, Dragon Ball Z, well, the Dragon Ball, the Dragon Ball franchise has gone all over the world, and it's been recognized as like one of the greatest stories ever told. I mean, I mean, Oh, sorry, I do apologize. So I mean, like roughly around like 20 years ago, if you was like was to be like a Pokemon fan or a Yu-Gi-Oh fan or a Dragon Ball Z fan or any like and if you was like an anime fan in general, you would just be like looked down on and just be laughed at. And we just like we know want just wanted to be kept to ourselves and just enjoy the things that we like. And we didn't care what anyone thought. Okay, people were just like pick on us because we liked like these silly cartoons, aka anime. Um, but these days it's more accepted now. It's more accepted because I'll go them. I mean, heck, I even got my years ago. I got my parents to like watch like a few anime series with me, and they like Full Metal Alchemist, the series Monster, Death Note, and you know what? I got my mom into that into like Full Metal Alchemist and Death Note and Monster, and she liked it, and then I got my dad to watch the series Monster with me, and he thought it was really good. I mean, at first they thought, oh, those stupid Chinese cartoons, you should just stop watching them, and I was like, you know what, screw this, I'm gonna get them to watch this, and they both watched the series, and they says, oh, I take it back, these are pretty good. So um it went from like something to be looked down upon to something that's actually you know loved all the way around the world. I mean, even like people. I mean, even my even my nephew likes likes Pokemon, and he has like Pokemon posters all around his room, and even my sister likes likes anime when she was younger, like the series Fruit Basket. But anyways, yes, and yeah. Well, okay, I went off track there, but what I'm trying to say is that Dragon Ball and anime in general has become more accepting now. It's became like part of like I wouldn't say everyday life, but more I wouldn't say accepted, but more everybody has came to acknowledge that okay, there are some good series out there, and you know what, it, it's just more accepted. I know it's um but you guys know what I'm trying to say. But but oh I've lost track. Give me a sec. Where was I? Oh, give me a sec. Oh yeah. Um. But yeah. Like I was trying to say. Uh. Now, as Dragon Ball fans, um, even more so now. I think that we need to get people to like you know watch Dragon Ball more. We need to get people we need to get people to watch the series more. Um, I'm not talking about like the fans now in general. I mean, we know we all know about like Dragon Ball Z, but I'm talking about like the next generation. We need to like pass this series on to the next generation. Not in terms like okay, I'm gonna stop watching the series and they're gonna watch it. I'm just saying that we need to get like the younger generation to watch the series, and that's exactly what needs to be done. And um that, it really is something that needs to be done. And but the thing is, I mean, would you really like let your kids like watch like the original Dragon Ball? Considering, yeah, come on, Master Roshi, hitting on a teenage Bulma, come on, seriously, um, and a little boy with his thing out, you. You guys don't know what I'm talking about, but ugh, yeah, I don't think that would like really pass, for these days. If you guys seen Dragon Ball, you know what I'm talking about. Uh, Um, to be honest, I think maybe like Dragon Ball could like have like a sort of like a remaster, like they can like remake the series. Okay, I mean, some people will say that uh they shouldn't remake the original Dragon Ball because it's a massive. Yeah, okay. Listen, I'm not saying that like get rid of like the original series and like remake the original series modernize. I'm not saying they should like get rid of the original. All I'm saying is they should they should like modernize it to make it look more I wouldn't say appealing, but more make it more clear, more what's that word um uh, let me think. Actually, there was a a Dragon Ball movie where where Goku was like in his blue gi, and they actually remade the series in a sort of movie like where they meet Pilaf, and then they meet the Red Ribbon Army, and Goku meets Aether, and then uh, Aether dies, and then Goku wishes him back. I think the thinking of power or something. I can't remember what it's called, but my fellow Dragon Ball fans will know what I'm talking about. I think they should do something like that, for Dragon Ball, like give it like more of a modernization of like like redrawing it, like make do absolutely everything, just redraw it so that way it'll be more appealing to like the younger generation. And some people say, well, they don't need to do that, just get them to watch um the original series, but the thing is, I mean, some kids aren't going to like want to. I hate to say this, but kids these days don't want to watch like hand drawn stuff. I mean, look at all the CGI we've got these days. They would prefer to watch they would prefer to watch like CGI movies and series than they would with two D 2D animations. And some people say, "Oh, well, that's not true. There are plenty of kids who likes watching 2D cartoons." And yeah, that is true. That is true. But the thing is, with every generation, and every 20 years or something like that, the old stuff, kind of becomes like more like unwatchable. I mean, if you used to watch like the original like black and white movies, if you was like in the 30s or 40s or 50s or something like that, I mean, the kids back then, um, I mean, to them, it was nothing that they've never seen before, like like these black and white cartoons. I mean, let's just say for example that we didn't see like any colored cartoons or and anything like that we see today. Let's say that we only seen like this stuff that was in the 50s, and the kids back then was only watching like the black and white cartoons that they knew back in the day. I mean that's all they would know. But let's just say for example, we went from like today's standards. I mean, do you think kids would actually like watch black and white cartoons like back in the day? Don't get me wrong. I mean, there are some like black and white Looney Tunes cartoons that I would definitely watch because I mean, they are fun to to watch. I mean, because that's me as an adult. But when it comes to kids, they like the flashy lights and the flashy they like the details on things and stuff like that. And I don't think like a little kid would actually like have sit down and just like watch a black and white cartoon. And there has been like cases when I was like that. It's like there's actually this what's it called? Let me think. What was it called? Oh, I know. There's actually this like series called Cutie Honey, right? And I think it was like in the 60s or something that she that there was like a long anime of of her. Well, how do I say this? Okay. There's a series called Cutie Honey, and the original cartoon. Um, if you used to compare that cartoon, the anime from I think it was I can't remember which year it was. I think it was the 70s or 60s. I can't remember, but if you was to compare the animation of that and compare it to today's series of Cutie Honey, um, you know, I mean it kind of looks like a sort of like an old Anna Barbera cartoon. That's what it's like. Um, well, I mean that's the way I saw it, anyways. What I'm trying to get at is, I mean, kids back then they used to like love love those cartoons, but as like as the years go on, animation becomes more more deeper, and they've got more deep detail to it, and they've got more things that's more relatable to kids today. And I don't think kids would watch the old cartoons, which is kind of a shame, because I mean back in the day, I used to watch like the old Scooby Doo cartoons and the old Looney Tunes, and even Tom and Jerry and all that stuff. And I mean, yeah, kids can can watch those things, but I don't think they would. I don't think they would be able to watch something like something that was in like in the I mean, okay, yeah, it depends on on the cartoon or the anime, but there are some things that that things can't be either can't be like shown to kids these days because of like the old PC thing, which is kind of freaking stupid if you ask me. And there are things that that aren't like really like acceptable. I mean, with I mean, come on. I mean, think about it. I mean, there's like Goku taking off of Bulma's pants. I mean, yikes. I mean, yeah, I know it was all a gag and all that stuff, but yeah, I mean, there are like a few things in there that would is a bit iffy, if you know what I'm trying to say. But saying that, um, like I said, it was like a different time, but like, it was just all a gag. No one really took it seriously. And that's what I'm trying to say. I mean, again, no, I'm not disrespecting Dragon Ball or anything like that. But I hope you guys know what I'm trying to say. Um, but the main point is that we have to keep this series alive. I mean, look at Dragon Ball Kai. I mean, I've got right over there on my shelf. They actually went to the trouble of actually of like updating the this okay, they didn't update the series, but they made it more clear, and they got rid of all the fillers, and they just like got to the point of what was happening in the mangas. And the Zoomers today actually do like Dragon Ball Kai, and to be honest, I haven't actually like watched Dragon Ball Kai, to be fair. Yeah, I know, I know. I'm just so attached to the Oceans dub and the Funimation dub. I just couldn't bear to watch Dragon Ball Z without watching like the full thing. So I mean, if kids want to like, watch Dragon Ball Kai, because I mean, it's basically Dragon Ball Z, but without all the fillers, and everything's all tidied up and all stuff. I mean, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. They should do something like I'll say it again. They should do like what they did with Dragon Ball Kai, except for like the original Dragon Ball, like maybe a OG OG Dragon Ball Kai. Something for the original Dragon Ball. They should totally do something like that. For the for the younger generation, like, oh, this is where Goku's journey began, and they should totally do that. I really do hope they do something like that. For I mean, they did for like Dragon Ball Kai, for Dragon Ball Z. So I think they should do for like the original Dragon Ball, and call it just OG. So OG Dragon Ball Kai. Something like that. So yeah, they should totally do that. And what I'm trying to get at is that we need to like as the generations go on, we need to um and this precious series down from the next generation, the next generation, next generation, so other generations can watch it, and preserve it, because this is something that needs to be done. We need to like keep Dragon Ball, the Dragon Ball franchise alive as much as we can, and not just with like Dragon Ball, but with like all series that's close to our heart. I mean, yeah, I could easily do that with like with series that I like, But as a Dragon Ball fan, it's one of those series that's really special to me, and and to many more people, and which is why that we need to like we need to keep on talking about it as long as we can, and pass it on to the next generation who will watch it, and it isn't just like like the Dragon Ball series, like with Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball GT, Dragon Ball Kai, or Dragon Ball Super, or the movies. Not just like the animated series, or like the specials, and stuff like that. Not just those things, but we need to pass down other things that goes along with Dragon Ball, like the games. We need to pass down the games, saying like okay, this is the fighting games, and yeah, I know some of them are kind of like outdated, because I mean, you got like those pixel things. I mean, I don't care what it says. I mean, the pixel games are fun. Um, and there are some Dragon Ball games like Fighters and Xenoverse that as their own stories to it. I mean, there's even one with the plan to eradicate the Saiyans. I mean, that has a story to it. Excuse me. And we need to preserve absolutely everything that revolves around Dragon Ball. We need to do that. Not just the not just the anime series, but the games too, and not just the games, but we need to also preserve the bumpers that we saw on Cartoon Network years ago. Now, some people will say, I know I already said this, but um, we need to preserve those bumpers because they were also part of our childhood too. We need to like preserve those things, and show people, oh yeah, these were bumpers telling us, oh, Dragon Ball Z is up next, or oh, this is the bumper that promotes the Frieza saga, and this is the bumper that promoted the Namek saga, and the Boo saga, and all the Cell sagas here. It says beware the beast for each show. I can't remember what it was called, but yeah, there are some promos and bumpers from Toonami, CNX, and Cartoon Network that was promoting Dragon Ball Z back in the day. And yeah, I've been telling people for a long time that we should like totally like try and like get every single Dragon Ball bumper, and preserve them. In fact, every single piece of media that revolves around Dragon Ball, yeah, even Dragon Ball Evolution, every single piece of Dragon Ball media should be preserved and passed down to the next generation. And I'm talking about literally freaking everything. Trailers, promotions, ads. I mean, there's even like a few with Goku. Um, he was like eating some like Kentucky Fried Chicken. I'm like, what? Uh, I couldn't believe that. The fact that Goku is eating Kentucky Fried Chicken is promoting Kentucky Fried Chicken. So I'm sorry, I just couldn't I couldn't I was just laughing at that. That Goku was like promoting Kentucky Fried Chicken. But anyways, yes. Um, it is up to us to get like every single piece of media that was ever made for Dragon Ball, and pass it all down. And I'm talking about literally everything revolve around Dragon Ball, and pass it on to the next generation. Because I have seen quite a few videos on YouTube, and them talking about like, oh, this episode is lost from this series, or oh, loads of these episodes from the series Pipkins has been lost, or oh, there are episodes of Doctor Who that has been lost, or oh, this entire series has been lost, or oh, this movie has been lost over time, and we cannot allow that to happen. We need to get every single piece of media of Dragon Ball and preserve it, and that's that's we need what we need to do. We need to not only like preserve it, but we need to also push it out there, and and tell people, okay, this is Dragon Ball Z, this is Dragon Ball GT, this is Dragon Ball blah 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 blah, and not just like the main ones, but we also need to like promote the lesser known medias of Dragon Ball. Like there's just like this game where wait as like this sort of like fun where you get to talk to the characters, and well, okay, you don't actually talk to the characters, but there's this like this phone game where you get to it's seemingly you're talking to the characters, and it says, okay, you press this button on the phone, blah 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 blah. I can't remember what it was called. I think it was like Goku's World or something. There was also like these two specials about where it says about traffic safety and um, and the safeties of fire. There was also like the plan to eradicate the Saiyans. I mean, there are these like little specials and promos and all that stuff that even some Dragon Ball fans don't even know about. I mean, obviously the extreme Dragon Ball fans, and that's what I want. I mean, I want the entire fandom to actually do this, get every single piece of Dragon Ball media, and just protect it, and for us to like preserve it, and try and make sure that every single piece of Dragon Ball media that was like either created in Japan or in the West or anywhere else in the world, and just like protect it, because the okay, I know I'm gonna go on a tangent here for a sec, but um but back in the day, that we used to say again, we used to have like Dragon Ball Z here in the UK, and in the UK and in Canada, and I think in New Zealand and in other places, we had the Oceans dub, and yeah, I've talked about this like in other videos, but I want to say it here. We used to have something called the Oceans dub, and that was like the version of Dragon Ball Z that we used to watch in the UK with. Yeah, we had like the Oceans dub, and we had the Westwood dub, and that, I mean, to me that was like my version of Dragon Ball Z that I watched as a kid on Toonami, Cartoon Network, that sort of thing, but it only went up to like uh, f- 54 episodes, I think, or it was 53. Anyways, and then after that episode, we actually watched the Funimation dub, what the Americans was watching back in the day, and that's what I was watching, until we got to episode 108 of Dragon Ball Z, and then we started watching the Westwood dub. It's basically the Oceans dub, but except it's I think it was done by other people, but they got the same people to come back and actually like dub it, and put the scores in and all that stuff. So it was basically the Oceans dub. So yeah, that was like our Dragon Ball Z when we was and when we was kids. We had something completely different from we had from. I'll say it again. We had something completely different from what the Americans had. It they had like the Funimation and the Bruce Folkless score, and then, listen, don't get me wrong. I'm gonna say this. Yes, the Funimation one, done by Funimation, and the score that was done by Bruce Folkler and his in his old studio or company. That one is the superior one. I have watched both. I've watched the Ocean's dub and the Funimation dub, and yeah, Funimation is the superior one. But saying that, the Ocean's dub does have its fantastic moments. It really really does. I'm telling you, the Ocean's dub, Westwood dub, does have its really really good moments. I mean, there are some things that is better in the Ocean's dub than is in the Funimation dub, and yes, some of the Funimation fans will say, "Well, you're talking bull crap. The Funimation dub is better." Listen, trust me. I mean, I think what was his name? I think it was Brian Drummond that played Vegeta. I mean, for a younger Vegeta, he did it fantastic. Actually, hold on, just give me a second. I just want to check something really quick. Let's see, who voices Vegeta? Let's see. Okay. In the Funimation one, Vegeta is voiced by Christopher Robin Sabat. Let's see, Ocean dub. Oh, there we go. Brian Drummond. I'm gonna say this. Uh, Brian Drummond does a fantastic job as Vegeta, and there was also like the voice of Andre 19 and